Hello, Chuckles, I'm Colonel Failure, and I remember when all this was field. It's not field anymore. This is my farmstead. Well, what remains of it. I've done a bit of colouring in. I've sold, well, all my bits and pieces, really. The chicken coop's gone. The silo's gone. I reharvested the field a couple of times, and I've bulldozed it, and yeah, I've coloured it all in. Now, as well as doing all of that, I've also smoothed the land out a reasonable direction to the hillside, which looks a little bit abrupt now. I'm going to have to find some fencing or some such, or maybe plant some trees. Plant some trees. That'd do it. Plant some trees. Disguise the mess. Yeah, and that's good. I've also I've started work on a bit of a downhill trot over here towards this, which might form some kind of parking area. These are the trees that were in here. They're gone now. The black hole of trees that existed last time around, that's gone too. And today I'm going to buy next door, and then I'm going to do a little bit of smoothing, but not much, because of things that might affect that. Anyway, there you are. That's a summary of what's about to occur. It might. I don't know. Right, so we start off in here, this is my friend the landscaping tool, and you will notice the reason that I've got brown everywhere is it shows up inconsistencies in terrain height quite nicely. So we've got this hole here, and you kind of go, oh, I'll just smooth that out. You kind of go, yeah, I would, but I can't. Do you know why you can't? No? No, neither do I. I've got not a Scooby as to why I can't deal with that. Now I've tried. I've wasted a lot of money on trying to get this all up to a consistent height. I need this turned on, otherwise I end up putting the wrong flipping thing in. Yeah, I have tried increasing the height a little bit to bring the level up, but you can't change that. So you have to do it to the height of that level there, which is different to the height of this level over here, which can't be modified. Obviously there's stuff near the base of this shed can't be dealt with, which is a bit of a drag. Equally, there's something in there that doesn't want to comply, I thought. Or does it? Oh no, maybe that will work. Okay, well, in which case, let's do a bit of that. Now, this is not inexpensive. We want flatten. So if I do, and you pick your start point. So if I start, see, look there. Can't modify that. Why? Why can't I modify it? What's wrong with that? Right? I just don't understand. So there's going to be some inconsistencies with regard to the overall shape of things. There you go. That's come out all right. And then flatten that. No, not flatten. Smooth. The middle mouse button to just ease it a bit, and you end up with a result that is not quite as horrendous as you had previously. That's the goal, anyway. But you heard me. You were there a moment ago when I decided that actually the right thing to do here would be to hang on. Let's crank up the brush size a bit, and then let's crank up the brush strength, which is that. No, that's rotation. That's strength, right? What was I talking about? Oh yeah. So I think using trees as camouflage for horrendous cliffside, I think that might work out quite well. Anyway, we've got to buy next door before doing anything else. So let's get out of there, go into here, hit lands, drag that over to the right bit, and we want a number 22. Now this gives us access to this road that goes up to my favourite selling joint. Good, marvellous. I don't know how much further I'm going to go beyond that. Do I aspire to own 23, for example? Yes, probably do. But ultimately, it's all about just making something that works a little bit for most of the time. So I'm going to buy that. You are mine now. There we go. That is now mine. And there goes some of my money. But I'm okay with that because I was saving up for it. I don't know if there's anything fully grown in there at the moment or not. It would be quite nice if there were. But ultimately, I don't think there is. I don't know. But I mean, you can see already, like based on what I've ground down, the distance that we're going to be working on here in order to flatten this out at all. Now, 100% flat, this needs lime and it's growing sugar beet. Now, what I recall is that sugar beet is a massive, massive pain in the derriere to deal with. I haven't got any of the equipment to sort it out either, which is unfortunate. Anyway, I've got to celebrate my new purchase with a piece of eco-vandalism here. Yeah, have that. Yeah, no, sorry. Bad news for you, tree. There we go. Right, that's that bit done. Good. Right, I feel better already. Now I'm gonna go get me. I'm gonna get me. Mine. Yeah, I am though. I'm gonna go and get it. Yeah, I'm gonna go and get the thing. I'll try now putting that into English, shall I? All right. Okay, here we go. I'm going to get the lawnmower. We might as well make a couple of quid out of the grass that's fully grown there before continuing to molest the landscape and turn it inside. Look at this dent. Why can't I fix that? Or the level of unhappiness that is creating is just not. It's just not fun. Right, engine on. Now then, where did I leave all the stuff? Obviously, I moved all the stuff in order to be able to cavort with what I've got already. We're going to want yonder baler. All right, have it. Now, where's the front bit? I don't know. Where did I park the front bit? Is it over there? No. Oh, it's up there. Look. Oh, you've put that in a convenient place. It's all right. We'll power through. That'll be good. All right. I'll put the hazard lights on just to let my machinery know that I'm coming through, and it should be good. Now there is a back route through to get to there, but I'm not going to use that unless I have to. Don't just drive into the fence. That, you know. That's nice. Yeah, that'll do it. Good. And gimme. Right. Okay, right. That's all the machinery I need for this caper. Well, I mean, given that that's all the machinery I can attach, I should hope so. We'll switch right over there. Hazards off. Yeah. Good. Now, I don't know how much grass we're going to get out of this, but we'll do our level best to get a reasonable chunk. There's a bit of tree that I didn't pick up. You surprise me. Yeah. So the overall aim is going to be 2 big length fields, so that they can be run in an asynchronous fashion. So one could be ready to harvest while the other one's still, considering life and all of its many variants. Yes, son. Oh, I'm gonna have to drive some other stuff up that. I appear to have built a fun ramp. Right, turn things on. What are we activating here? Lawnmower. Okay, and then twizzle round to the baler. Yeah, I just want to point out to you that you've got to drive this. You can't just stick Johnny Touchdown on this one and expect him to do the job. Oh yeah. Oh well. Ah well, what day? It'll be what it is. No, it's fine. Got to get all these bushes out of the way, trim all the trees, and then level it off. Exactly how that's going to end up, couldn't tell you, but I'm sure it will be grand when it's done so. Now, I'm hoping that through the judicious application of a bit of trees and some foliage and some appropriate texturing, that we'll be able to end up with a heck of a lot of usable land that doesn't look quite as horrendous as it does at the moment. Any comments to the extent of this looks horrendous, you're wasting your breath. I know it looks horrendous. Also, I should have stopped. Oh yeah. Oh well, never mind. We'll either get it or we won't later on, but frankly, getting an extra couple of grand in the bank right now is going to be a good thing. I've still got the money to make some cash. Yeah, that might seem counterintuitive, but you do need money in order to make cash, and I've still got some, so that's all right. Yeah, because I've got to, at some point, I've got to replough a field. I see, I don't need money for that. No, you just plough. Okay, so I've got the money to replough a field. You won't be able to texture it. That's okay. We'll be all right. That'll work out just fine. And then you can harvest that, and then you can make the money to do the next bit. I will actually try and... Now, spew barrel. Bale. Yeah, thank you. Good. Yeah, right. Okay, I'll finish this bit off, and then we'll catch up again, because otherwise I'm gonna use up all my chuntering on a fairly, you know, routine, mundane kind of a task. I'd sooner save the chuntering for a Premier League moment where there's something actually occurring that is noteworthy or otherwise. So, for you, this transition will happen in mere seconds. For me, it's going to be just a little bit longer than that. All right, well, I've done enough bailing for the time being. I mean, the whole purpose behind this is that I'm going to load them up onto the trailer here, and then I'll ditch the trailer somewhere, and this will form my my emergency cash. You've got your line wrong there. My emergency cash kind of slush fund, just in case I get carried away using smoothing tools and what have you, and end up running my bank account dry. Because the value of this trailer should be sufficient to at least allow me to replant a field, which will mean that I can keep my money going. Now, obviously, I could take out a loan, but we don't want it to come to that unless we have to. As you can see, plenty of due care and attention has been paid to, well, everything. And as such, you know, we have got the occasional rogue bale that's made a bid for freedom and almost succeeded. Would have succeeded, of course, if I didn't find it, which I have. And there's that. So, yeah, I mean, I've probably got a couple hidden. Now, the other thing that I found interesting, I mean, your mileage is going to vary, obviously, that was a nice catch, is that my land actually extends all the way out to the road here. Right, look at all this wasted acreage with which I could do things. Okay, I mean, let's be honest. The things that I'm going to do is I'm going to plant some more wheat. But the aim is to plant some cows as well and see how they grow and turn into slurry. I think becoming a slurry baron is very much my speed. Also, should be noted, I've got absolutely no intention of tangling with this beetroot, sugar beet, not beetroot. No, if it was beetroot, it might be a little bit easier. We just need a vat of vinegar to wang it into when we're done. But hopefully, with this lot that I'm getting here, I'll probably end up with about 10-12 grand's worth of wrapped grass that can be used to ensure that I can get a field planted and make some cash. I've got all the gear. I think I've even got some. I think I've even got some seed somewhere. But that's, you know, it's a safety margin. It's an insurance policy, basically, against me being me. Yeah, good. Anyway, I've only got a couple more to pick up, so you can stick with me for that, and then we'll do the next bit. Hang on. Did we get it? Did we get it? Yeah, we got it. All right. One more? No more? No, I think you got them all. All right. How many we're packing there? That's 12, 14 barrels there. So, yeah, about 12 grand or thereabouts. I don't know what the going rate for these at the moment is. But you can very happily... No, I need the tractor. You can sit there. All right, that's just going to sit there, because there is... I don't see a single situation where I actually have the cash to do this in one go. I'm slowing down here. No, there's one more over there. I'm slowing down because part of me says, you've got a field here. Why don't you just get your other tractor on the case, plough it under and replant it? And the answer to that is probably because by the time I've done all of that, I'll be ready to move on. Anyway, next job is get rid of all the trees. Yep, not even kidding. So here is a 45-second getting rid of all the trees montage. Go. Hey there. Why don't you just sit back and relax and enjoy the show? I've got my motor running, and we're going to show this foliage exactly who's boss. Oh yeah, that's tasteful. I'm going to cut you down to my size. Don't use too much choke. This firm trunk certainly had no resistance to my saw. Watch out for the leaves. There's nothing I like better than cutting down a tree. I could do this all day. Just ease through the woody bark there and cut it in half. Timber. Now you could be forgiven for thinking that something sinister had happened here. After all the trees have been suitably excommunicated. Now, that in itself is not going to help. We've still got tree stumps in the way, so next job is the stump ripper, shredder, the shrump harmer, the slayer of stumps. Now, I've got this relatively basic stump slayer here, and there you go. Go on, get on. That's it. What it lacks in size and scale, it makes up for in effectiveness, mostly. Sometimes you end up having to wiggle around a little bit to get it to do the thing, but most of the time it does the thing. Right, we'll start off with here. I'll give you a live demonstration. Look, can't say fairer than that. Well, oh, okay, there was a tiny bit of lip there. I was wondering exactly what it was that I'd run into. All right, there you go. Now, you park it over the top till you get the sawdust going on there, and then you know you've got it. And then you do a bit of that, and you go, yeah, that's that gone. Now, you can run it over any kind of wood. Hang on, let's run it over this kind of wood. Look, I'm giving a live demonstration. Just hang on. There you go. All right, and it doesn't necessarily do very much. It only really interferes with stumps, which is good, because otherwise you end up, you know, carving your trees up and stuff. Anyway, I'm not going to invest the next, I don't know, 3.5 weeks of my life in getting rid of the tree business itself. No, I've got no desire to chop all of them up and make, you know, massive amounts of, well, modest amounts of money. No, the goal will simply be to get them out of the way. So once I've done with my stump ripping here, we shall go get the bulldozer attachment and just shove them in the road. Because that's where they live now. Probably? Yeah, well, I say probably. That's definitely where they live, if that's where I'm going to put them. Yeah, that's it. Go on. You see, you haven't got the base. We've got to get the base as well. All right, okay, fling it around, get the base. Piece of cake, no problem. Now, the reason for getting rid of the trees is it's not going to allow me to modify land that still has tree aspects attached to it. Therefore, getting rid of them is a necessity. That's it. Grind it up. Loving your work. I think you missed that bit. No, that's a little bit. Okay. All right. Fine. So to start with, I'm just going to get rid of this lot, and then we'll smooth out the Tony Hawk's approach edge that we've got living there at the moment, and that'll be good. Yeah. Go on. Keep it going down. That's it. Yeah. And the last bit. No. There you go. Good. Smashing. I'll tell you, I think this cost about $3,500 to get this. Well worth it. I mean, admittedly, you know, I'd rather I didn't have to do it, but since I do have to do it, it's turned out to be a pretty effective piece of kit. So you know, I'm very grateful to it and its service. There you go. Have some of that. Love it. Now, the temptation is going to be to lop all the branches off with my chainsaw. And that's, I mean, it's fine. It's quite satisfying. In fact, I might hop out and give you another demonstration. You all know Farm Simulator already, but I'll just show that I know what I'm talking about. So if you run up some of the... Oh, no, let's get rid of this bit. All right, I apologise for the loudness of the machinery. If I've remembered, I'll dip all the volume so you can hear me. You're supposed to slide off there now, Tiger. All right, don't bother then. But if you run your chainsaw up and down the branches, it will remove the foliage, which is quite good for getting it to move around a bit. Yeah, that's quite helpful. Yeah, my tractor's making a filthy racket at the moment because I've got the stump ripper turned on. That's okay. That's all right. That's all right. Yeah, no, it'll be fine. So we do a bit of this. All right, okay. Here we go. This is as good a test candidate as any. You just, you know, give it a bit of this along the way, and it will remove all of the little twigs and foliage, just like it hasn't there. Yeah. No, it's okay. It's because it's attached to a different bit. So you give it some of that. Now, I suspect there's probably a way that doesn't involve just rapid fire the left button, which for those viewers at home, this is going to make you feel ill. Yeah, had enough? Yeah, I reckon you probably have. But, you know, eventually you end up with the whole thing clean shaven. And that's all delightful. There you go. See, look. Ooh, a narwhal horn. Right, keep going. What am I running into here? There's another bit of narwhal. Not on my watch, you're not. There you go. Now, of course, I've now got to move all of this, so I don't want to... What I was saying, at some point in my life, was that I don't want to remove all of the branches from everything, because it's going to make them tougher to move. Now, yeah, it might be, you know, taking the branches off might make it more efficient, and certainly make it easier to load them into anything later on. But ultimately, I just want to get the trees out of the way. Now, I'll lock that bit off. There you go. And the same goes for taking the foliage off as well, is that, you know, it might make this a little bit easier to see what I'm doing, but as long as it moves, I don't care. Right, have that. Yeah, that's it. I see, that's brought it down to my height as well. That's helpful. There you go. And that's how you deal with a bit of tree action. This is quite a big tree, as it turns out. I might have to cut it into smaller parts in order to move it. So let's take it there. And I should be able to shove that, I reckon. Maybe. Don't know. Right, okay, yeah, and you. Yeah, come on. Off you get. No, you've outstayed your welcome. And I've killed you. And therefore I take all of these as trophies. Might as well get rid of that as well. Right, there you go. So that's that. See, it's already looking a little bit more sparse. And that's going to make life somewhat easier. Right, this is the last one I need to remove for now, and then we can move to the next thrilling phase. I don't think you're going to be able to stomp rip this unless you make that a bit smaller. Yeah, I did all of that in quite a hasty fashion. I know, you find it hard to believe. Me? Doing something hasty? No, surely not. Well, yes, I'm afraid so this time. There you go, that's got it. Yeah, so, yeah, some of them I've basically cut the tree halfway up the trunk. You kind of go, well, you've left money in the ground there. I kind of go, not much money, barely worth my effort, and therefore stuff it. No, and it's also not contributing to the grand scheme. I have a grand scheme in mind, incidentally. I do. It's a scheme, and I do have it in mind. But we're not ready to announce it just yet. Drive off that. Lovely. What do we need next? Bulldozer blade. Alright, get a shot of that. Okay. I mean, this is the good thing about not having any fields at the moment, is you can just leave stuff lying around wherever you like. And that's a bonanza. Right, I need this. Alright, gimme. Yeah. I'll tell you what else might be helpful. Are you going to put your forks on the back? Well, that's a spoiler, that is, because people might not have guessed that. I don't think you can put your forks on the back, can you? No. So, in answer to your question, no, I'm not going to put the forks on the back. Extend the blade. Yes. Alright. This is the get stuff done tool. This one. Yeah. This is the tool you want to get stuff done. I've probably missed a couple of stumps there as well. Right, let's see if we can get any traction. Well, you just drove over the top of that. That didn't work. Well, I didn't lower my blades sufficiently, indeed, at all for that. Right, okay, get in about there, lower the blade a little bit, shove it inland. Okay, that's only a little one, and it fought you. Alright, let's try this big number. Okay, alright, that's fine. Well, given that you're going to be pushing it downhill, I reckon you're probably on a winner here. Let's go, let's give this a go. So yeah, so the first stage is basically bring the edge of this this new piece of land to the height of the other one. Now, I don't want to do that too much because what I want to make sure is that I've got it at a height that works for me. This is very effective. There you go, and we'll just leave that there. Great. Good luck respawning, sign. Right now. This little tiddler here is going to cause me trouble unless I get shot of it. And launch. Well, I'm not entering the shot put anytime soon. Come on, just trot it down over here. Fling it. That's it. Right, good. All right, one tree done. Only another 50 or so to go. And I'm going to make you sit through every second of it because that's entertainment. It's not entertainment. It's not. No. We'll just do these, and then we'll get on to the next stage. But as I was leaning towards there, we're not going to get all this done today. for a multitude of reasons. The big one being I haven't got the cash. The second one being it's going to probably take about 12 hours to do all of this. You're exaggerating. It's going to take a few hours, if not 12, several is what it's going to take. And that's, you know, if I can't deploy Johnny on this, who, let's face it, can only do a couple of the jobs that we need in order to tend our property, then is that another spare bit? Oh yeah, that's another chip of wood there. All right, I'll get rid of it. That's okay. All right, lower that just a smidge. Off we go. Oh yeah, who's the boss, nature? I'll tell you who's the boss. Me with a bulldozer. Yep, that's it. Get off my land. Lovely. All right, up. Yeah, good. Next. Now, do we try? Well, I think we might. Shall I finish that sentence? Do we try for the multi-tree push cascade, as it's known in the farming handbook? And the answer is yeah, too right we do. The multi-tree push cascade is what we're going to try next. All right. It's not going to end well. You can barely see where the flipping tree is here. It's moving though, isn't it? Yeah. Right. So no matter what happens, yeah, I saw it. A little sliver of tree. We've picked up another bit. This is good. This is farming sim Katamari going on here. We're gradually going to push the entire planet into the road. Hold on, we've come unstuck. All right. Okay. Give me a slightly lower altitude. Give me some flex as well. There we are. Right. On you go. Well, I have to say, this is working better than I anticipated, although we are getting some rotation now. Now, as long as I don't break free, which is a possibility, then we'll be good. No, I think we need to readjust our angle of attack here. Oh, I see. I live in this tree now. Well, it's the it's the new countryside camouflage tractor mode that we've got going on. Also, just bear in mind that it's not going to let you cut the tree when you're not on your land. Okay, all right. Get off me! Wiggle the blade. Wiggle the. All right, okay, get out. All right, let's take some remedial chainsaw action to it. What do we got? Okay. Yeah, no, I'll tell you what, take the branch off. Yeah, that felt load-bearing. Let's take this one off as well. Yeah. Let's do as much damage as we can. Climb under there. This is the safe way to do it, of course, is be as under the tree as possible. It's very much like a banked corner at NASCAR in that regard, is that by the time you notice the tree's falling over, you're already something. And therefore being in harm's way is actually the safest place to be. Yeah. Alright, good. How much of this do you want to take apart? All of it, because it's deeply satisfying. Right, okay, let's cut that. This bit appears to be welded to my tractor, so let's get rid of that. Right, and I reckon we're probably good there. Can you find the door to your tractor again? Don't need to, I only need to be close. Alright. No, this bit does appear to be entirely welded to your tractor. Yeah, one might very well say that I had become entangled. Right, if I flex me... No, it's not even... It's not letting me put my blades away. Oh. Yeah, you're going to have to dig your way out of there, and I don't think you can do it from here. It's going to say, no, you can't do it. No. Alright, you've got to drive it back onto your land. Yeah. Small detail. Go on. Can't steer. Oh. Yeah. Now, what if you lift the blades up? Can steer. Alright, okay. Pull into the construction yard here. Oh, crumbs. Telegraph pole. Hold on. We dislodged a bit. That's good. Oh, okay. So just drive into stuff and that'll do the trick. Yeah. Okay. Alright. Well, anyway, we're going to drive into the construction yard because theoretically I own that. Hold on. No, we're free. Yes. Alright, lift that. Pack it in for a moment. Pack it in. Oh, it's V, isn't it? Nope. It's not V. Okay. Lift it up. Yeah. Lift it up. Yeah. Yeah. Right, and then it's... I thought it was X. Is it not X to fold it back up again? What's B do? Oh, I appear to be sporting some whatnot. Just... Would you... X. No, it won't. I don't think it'll X while I'm pushing a bunch of grass cuttings around the place. Intriguing. Ah, right, okay, there's some lift. Now, what if I were to back away from that now? No, it lives there now. Well, okay, that's unusual. Yeah, my bulldozer blade now sports a green moustache. Okay, well, yeah, so be it. It is the modern look, after all. Right, okay, so a few more trees to go. And then we'll get to work at... In fact, I think we've only got, like, one tree and then a couple of bits of log left to dismember. We have lost the greenery now. Can I fold this now? Yeah, you can. All right, well, stop it. Right, down. Yeah, go. Angle. Yeah. All right, okay. See, this is the other problem you get when you've chopped it up some. Is it's more willing to just slide underneath what you're trying to deal with, rather than comply with your world domination schemes. It's a shame we couldn't pick up that wedge there, but that's okay. I'll come back for it in a minute. Good. Right. Yeah, because see this corner that we're passing over there, that causes me pain. So we'll be dealing with that in a moment. No, just push it on the next door's field. They're fine. They said it was okay. All right, take a run up. Yes. That's it. Yeah. And then wait until they issue a contract for remove all these trees that some git has pushed onto my field. They go, oh, I'll do that for you. And then just push it into the road. And then when they pay up, push it all back again. Go, oh, I don't know what happened. Yeah. All right, okay, go on, keep going. Because we are going to need to get all the way to the edge of the road to do absolutely everything that I've got in mind. Now that is not mission critical. Mission critical is extending the length of the land that I had previously to do more with it. That dent upsets me. Now the only problem is that if let's say I wanted to dip everything to the height of that, well, I've got dents further up that's not going to work. So I might have to make it gently undulate, which also doesn't make me happy. I want the whole thing flat, as flat can be. Like, you know, get your spirit level out and go, yeah, that's pretty flat. In fact, people with spirit levels will come to my land to go, I'd like to test my spirit level, I don't quite believe it. They're going to go, yeah, no trouble at all, mate. Help yourself out. Might I suggest using field number 1 to see whether your spirit level is flat enough? And I'll go, ah, God bless you, sweet master. And I'll go, yeah, no, not a problem. Right, back her up. Okay, well, see, look, that's the process. It's only taken 20 minutes, or thereabouts, maybe a little bit more, could be. But we've tackled part A. Part A. Now, there is one more job to deal with that, you know, I've been avoiding for reasons that need no real explanation once you see what we're talking about. Love it. And that is this section here. Now, I can't carve this section here back for the reason of that tree there. So we're going to have to go and move that tree, which means chopping it down and then stump ripping it and then taking the bulldozer to it. And then we can carve it back so that it's on a straight angle, you see, and that's what we're after. We're going to do it now. This is going to be the punchline for today's show. Maybe a bit of smoothing if this goes really, really quickly. Right, okay, here we are. Okay, lift that all the way up because we've got to go uphill. And, I mean, even then, we might have to go uphill backwards. Get some air. Wallop! Yes. Admittedly, I claimed rather too much there. That was not hill jump there worth celebrating particularly. This is not going to be an easy stump to get to. Approaching it from the side is probably the best way to go. Right, get out of the tractor. Right, let's get rid of the tree first. Now I'm going to push the tree off the cliff. All right, I think that's gonna be the one that saves us the most time. So about there, probably do it. Come on, give me an angle. Give me an angle. Give me an angle. Give me a. That's more angle than I. No, I need it. I need it fairly low down. All right. Now the reason I'm cutting at an angle like that is because it will just slide off. You see, and there we are. Right. And marvellous timber, and so on. See, it's like I know what I'm doing occasionally, sort of. Getting this stump is going to be a nightmare. Okay, so there is a real chance here. You know, I want to make you aware that I am risk aware to a degree, but there is a chance that we roll the tractor on its side. Yeah. That we roll the tractor on its side to the extent that it falls off the cliff. Yep. Well, insert as many different possibilities as you like vis-a-vis tractor off edge of cliff. The only thing that matters is we actually get this stump off my land. Right, okay, well, we've made contact. That's good. We might make it out alive, you know. You know, after this first stage, I'm feeling modestly confident. There you go. Come on, go on, go on, go on. Get it, get it, get it. Go on. Get it. It's in there. Wiggle a bit. There you go. There you are. No, there you would. Just, well, yep. You're making contact. I could deploy it, you know. Yeah, you can actually deploy it. You can put those little legs down. It keeps it more stable and achieves more, apparently. But so far, I've not really needed to. And you're not making progress there. Right. Okay. Wiggle it that way and then go down. That's it. No, we had it. You currently don't have it. All right. Move forwards. Go on. Wiggle it that way. Down a bit. Negative. We're getting negative impact here. Ah, there we are. Right. Keep your eye on it. See if you get the whole thing. Did we get it? I think we might have done. I think we got it. Yeah. Now to escape from here without injury. Easy peasy. I'm even going to go down backwards. Gently. Alright. At what stage should you jump it off the cliff? I don't know. Well, let's try it now, because I plan on taking the cliff out of commission fairly soon. I did that with a relatively high degree of knowledge that I'd end up on my roof, side or back. What I hadn't anticipated is it being as undramatic as that, where it just kind of belly flopped over. Check that for a recovery. Right, okay, now, line that up centre, get rid of it, get a dozer blade, and let's get that tree out of here. Mental note, don't escort the trunk ripper off the premises at the same time. Alright, grab that, extend the blades, lift her up some. There we are. Now, apparently this bulldozer blade is for shoving silage or grass or other things like that around. Personally, I find it useful for shoving everything around. Right, there we go. That's got this in motion. Jolly good. Yep, this one is leaving the building, and I've got the line right so that we won't take me stump. Oh, you joker! Won't take me stump ripper with me. Do want to take the tree though. Let's lower it a smidge, and then off we go. Right. I mean, the level of ball control we need here is pretty significant, but I think we'll be all right. Yes, excellent. And this is how you deal with trees. Original trees, obviously. When you're planting your own trees, they're far more orderly and willing to comply. Don't really want to drive down here right now, but I suppose we are doing. Hey, anyway, look, this is getting the job done. Perfect. Love it. Good. Right, back it up. Right, that's a job well done and a half. So now we can go into a little bit of terraforming and see if we can't even this up some. We'll leave my truck on the road, my tractor on the road, and let's get to work. Right then. So first things first is we want this as a square. No, that's wrong one. Give me sculpting. Square. How do you change the brush shape? I can't remember. Well, call up the destructions. I thought it was X. No, that's mode. C for shape. Okay, right, fine. And then we're going to go for flatten. We are starting with 240,000 and $633 in the bank. And see the money fly. Well, that's got the cliff done. Yeah, good. As mentioned, not cheap, but then we are significantly altering the landscape here. One more for luck? Yeah. There you go. One more for luck. Good. Right, now let's do this bit. Woohoo! I did it gently. As you can see, we have just murdered the bank balance there. All we're trying to do here is just ease us into the next parcel of land. This is going to be a long-term project that we're dealing with here. We're not going to get it all done. What's your problem? Zoom in. What is your issue? Why can't I modify that bit? I don't believe it. I do not believe it. Is it this? I bet it's this flaming signpost. I mean, I spend all my time knocking them down. I mean, they keep putting them back up again. And, I accept that with a certain amount of, jovial grudgement. But it's ultimately, it's not satisfying. It's not acceptable. What's wrong with this bit? There's nothing there. Except this patch of ground here that is a different colour, and I did not make it that colour. That means something. I couldn't tell you what it means, of course, but it does mean something. Right, we've made our approach to the other side of the landscape there a little bit more flexible, so that's helpful. Now, for those of you who have been following the series diligently, as you all should do, no, just give it up. If you've smoothed over a texture, grass won't grow on it. If you then replant the grass texture again, grass will grow on it. Now, we could ease this curve to get us back onto the land over there, but I don't want to do that. What I want to do is I want to bring it all to this kind of level here, and because that's how we're going to get to maximum everything. There you go. Do a bit more. Now, and this also is why we have the safety trailer of bales, because me doing this is very likely to drain my bank balance entirely. What's going on here? Oh, okay, no, that's all good. Yeah, take it all the way to the edge of the road. That's good. Give us maximum size. But as you can see, we had 240 grand a couple of seconds ago. That's down to 104 now. Yeah. It's now at 88, 75, 58. Yeah, but look how much we've built though. And then what now? An object is obstructing you. What? That little bit of wood that you missed. All right, okay, no, that's fine. I'm gonna go get it. Right. Now, remember, the objective, it's going to be that flipping signpost. I bet that signpost spawns in there somewhere, and that we can't get to it because it needs to be able to respawn. Get it out of the way. Right. Now then, I have to get that little bit of log off the top of the pinnacle there. I will then burn the last 32 grand on smoothing that out. Yeah. Oh, I can climb it. I didn't think I was going to be able to, but I can. Right. You come with me. Let's trot this over the road and dispose of it. And smooth that last bit out, and then I'll make some fields while you're not watching. Just a couple of small ones, just to bring in a bit more cash. And then I'll run them through a cycle a couple of times, and then we'll be in business to carry on our climb to victory over there. Oh no, I've got to move my tractor. It won't let me do it if the tractor's there. That's why all my stuff's parked up over down there, up, down there, and down. Blah. Good, right. I'm glad that you're talking sense again. Yeah, me too. All right, okay, get out. I don't need to. All right. Okay, right, and both buttons and wallop. Still got 32 grand left. Well. I mean, this is the expensive bit. You could accomplish more by doing the non-expensive bit, which is the stuff that you don't have to destroy quite as much of the normal landscape mass there. In fact, I've got further than I thought I was going to do. which is quite good. Now, once I've completed this, I then have to do a pass with the regular, just rather than the flattening gun, which is what we're using here. We have to use the smoothing gun just to get rid of any little kinks that didn't quite make the cut, and also because there will be subtle nuances and you know, differences in the landscape. There you go. All right. Okay. Well, I mean, it looks completely different now to how it did before. Yeah, it looks like something pretty dramatic happened. I'll tell you, something dramatic did happen, and that something is me. Right, get rid of that. Last job up for the day is go get the emergency bail fund and see how much we've got in order to turn this into a field. I'll go with quite a large field, I think, because we've got the room for it. Right, okay, yeah. Back her up and snag it. Thank you. Let's go get sold, because I haven't yet nuked the path to the log hopper. And at some point, I'm going to have to change direction in all of this terrain manipulation malarkey. There's a tree that made it. Well, that's not allowed. So that I measure out a height that is suitable to get to the fence here, which is, I mean, it's actually quite a lot higher than we're rocking at the moment. Now, someone in the chat is inevitably going to say you shouldn't sell these straight away. You should keep hold of them and ferment them and turn them into silage and what have you. And I kind of go, yeah. Maybe on someone else's time. There we go. Right, go on, get sold. However much you make here, you're not allowed to spend it on. Come on, get off my trailer. There you go. Nice. That's 16k. Very nice indeed. That will do nicely. They sold for about 1100 a pop. Okay, cool. Yeah, which is up from the regular straw bales, which go for about 700. So that's pretty good. And there's no hanging around. There's no hanging around waiting for them to ferment or stew, or whatever else you might want them to do. No, you can just knock them straight out. Right, I've been Colonel Failure. Next time, well, this odyssey will continue, but there'll be some progress on it. Now, my aim is not just to convert this into 2 wheat fields instead of 1, because I think there's a real chance that you've seen me doing wheat fields, and therefore we'll endeavour to do something else on the other side, maybe even sugar beet. I don't know. But to get to that point, I'm going to have to do a modicum of extra harvesting. So I'm gonna get on and do a modicum of extra harvesting. Thanks very much for watching. Sling a subscription at this one if you can be bothered, and I'll be back soon with something that is similar. I've got caught on me. I've just snagged up here. Nice. Yeah. Get off me. Cheerio. Well, so immediately after finishing the old recording there that you've seen, I went and took my bulldozer to move all of those trees out into the road and into neighbours' property, which is delightful. I say immediately, but the reality of the situation was it took the best part of 3 hours to move all of those trees. It did not go easy, friends. No, and retrospectively, what I probably should have done was loan myself some tree wangling technology and sling it in a trailer and go make some cash out of it. But did I do that? No, I didn't do that. No, I did that. I did the bulldozer bit instead. Now the upshot is it looks quite splendid. Yes, it does. Yes, it looks quite marvellous. But before next time, what I'm going to do is I'm going to finish off all the terraforming, because it's horrifically expensive, and I can currently make in the region of about 100 grand an hour. So I figure I probably need about 700-800 grand in order to finish that off. It's what passes for fun here, Yeah. Oh, rare old times. Mindlessly repeating the same task over and over again in order to be able to just smooth it all out. But that's fine. It's relaxing, and I stick Netflix on as well, so that's all good. Right, good. There you go. I got nothing else for you. I will catch you next time. Thank you for watching.